So it's been about 7 years now since I first rocked up to Len at Creative Conversions.
About 1997, we did our first chassis extension and conversion. Somewhere between 6,000–7,000 conversions later, plus a lot more chassis extensions. So we've been doing it for quite a while.
So over the years, we've sort of developed those vehicles with, you know, me talking to Len after trips and coming back and saying, I need this and I need that. Do you remember when I said I wanted to put 35s on a 200 series Land Cruiser? Yeah. Who else had done it?
There wasn't a lot of people running around with 200s with 35s on them back then.
I think we were the first ever to put a 35-inch tyre on those converted rigs. And also a rear winch. I remember making the bracket up and physically welding the bracket on myself for the first rear winch on a 200 series Land Cruiser.
There's a lot of research gone into these vehicles, and a lot of the stuff that we do, people don't see. How strong the cars are built, how much time we've put into the vehicles on the wiring side of stuff on these vehicles, the chassis strength, and stuff that's been designed over the years that the boys have tested, because we check every vehicle front to back when they come back. So if we can find anything at all that looks like it needs to be changed, that's what they're out there to do, so we can find this.
How important is the testing to you?
The testing is everything, really. Like, if we don't have vehicles tested, we don't know what the limits are on these vehicles. We don't know what to improve on. And that's what's so important about you going out and testing these vehicles to the limits. And we know that no one tests the vehicles as hard as you do. So, you know, if you don't break it, our customers are going to be fine.
We're 9 to 10 weeks in the bush solid. So that's 9 weeks on the road, living out of your truck. We go out there and we're pushing day after day after day because we run on a tight schedule. You know, I don't think we stay in the one place more than one night. So in the past, I've had all sorts of different vehicles. I've had dual cabs, you know, and I've had Nissan Patrol wagons, and everything keeps coming back to the 200 series conversion. It seems to tick all the boxes.
It's all leading up to this vehicle over the years, so everything's been improved, and the Series 9 truck, it is the ultimate touring vehicle. I mean, you know, who wouldn't want this truck?
This Series 9 Adventure Tourer, it's not only about looking good, because it is one of the best looking adventure tourers in Australia at the moment, but it's also practical. It's one tough truck that performs. The 200 series Land Cruiser has always been the one that we reckon tick all the boxes. Now the Series 10 200 series is the same vehicle as last year, but it's had a few extra changes. So this whole truck sits on a heavy duty EFS Extreme suspension kit. Now the tyres are a Mickey Thompson MTZ P3, perfect for the mud. The rims, ROH, Vapor rims. Now you can't forget the long range tank, 271 litres from Brown Davis. And this whole thing is a converted 200 series Land Cruiser from Creative Conversions with 650mm extension in the chassis. Now of course on the front of this truck you got to put a bull bar. So it's got a heavy duty bull bar. There's also a set of XTM spotties. Now when you're talking communication, well then you've got to stick a heavy duty aerial on the bull bar from Uniden, and of course the 200 needs a massive power upgrade. And Just Autos, those guys have done a full remap on the computer, and this thing is an absolute beast. Now as you come down the side of this truck, you're going to notice the mirrors. They're clear view towing mirrors. The vision is amazing. On top of the roof, I've got a Rhino Rack Pioneer flat tray, and then I've mounted a few accessories on there. I've got their little short digging shovel, I've got a set of Max Tracks, and also don't forget the Rhino Rack awnings. We've got the Batwing on one side and the Sunseeker 2.5 on the other. Also on the roof, you'll see the CJ 3.7 Nomad, and don't forget to unload the whole thing is your Elmac boat loader. So if you sit inside the car, you'll notice that for communication, we use a Uniden UHF radio. For towing, we've got the Red Arc Tow Pro Elite. And of course, when we sit on the seats, if you don't have a seat cover from Superfit, I'll tell you what, these seats would be absolutely trashed. Now this canopy, this is a specially designed canopy, and they call it the All for Adventure package from Norweld. Now it is a tough canopy, definitely heavy duty. Now inside the canopy, you've got to be able to carry an outboard. So it's a Honda 20 horsepower outboard, fits just perfectly. Now on the other side of the canopy, I've got a 110 litre Dometic upright fridge. It's got a full-size drawer with a slide-out table. And you can't leave home without a pie warmer. And don't forget, pump the tyres up, you're going to need a compressor, and we've also installed a hose reel. Now this whole canopy is powered by a BMS from Red Arc. It covers everything from solar through to DC charging and AC as well. And if you need 240 power, well, we've installed a Red Arc 2000 watt inverter. And the whole wiring system was done by Battery World themselves. Now with all the upgrades, this 200 is one serious off-road weapon.